Welcome back, everybody. It's Sid from Hunter and Chavy Investments. I wanted to make this video because we have a growing family. My daughter's starting to drive, and we need a new car, something nice. Because of the whole oil situation beginning this year, and we wanted something economical, preferably an electric car. So we looked at a couple cars. So we looked at Tesla. This is the Tesla's website. You can actually search the inventory, the used inventory. So we looked at 2016 Model X, and it's going for 70,600. This is a 2016, and the things that you want to look out for is price range, and then how much you're willing to pay a month, and anywhere $800 to $1,000 is our price. And of course, like everything else, like buying a house, you end up paying more than what you actually had budgeted for. So we looked at this one, 2016, for 17,600. It's 6 years old. It's got a couple mileage, and we'll talk more a little bit later about the battery life on these electric cars. According to Tesla, it will last forever, but actually will state on their website that it doesn't. So let's look at this one. This is a Model X 2016, and that's within our price point. Like I said, this is on their website. You look carefully at different price range and what's required. It's got 56,000 miles. It has it's from New Jersey. It has a delivery charge, I imagine, to get this car here. And then it has all the packages of a nice car. And you look at all different features, the charging wall station. And then this is where it broke the bank. And I went to a couple of Tesla dealerships in my local area. And I sat in it, and it's, I gotta say, I don't know what they're doing with the measurement. Like I read on some of the sites that the way they measure leg space in the back, because like I said, I have a growing family, especially when their friends are coming along for the ride. I need to give them that space, and both of my kids are in sports, so leg room was important. Cargo space, not so much, but as long as we can put the seat down and add more space, I think it will work. But when I sat in it, I think some of the sites were saying that some manufacturers measure the car with the seat all the way up or halfway up to get that extra leg space. So who knows? Might be some controversy there. Anyway, this is the breaking point for us. So as far as leg space, and then as far as electric car, how long would it last? So you go to the website, go under warranty, you click on learn more. It actually will state it in here, what the limited warranty is for electric car and use warranty. And I'll show you, this is why we decided not to go Tesla. Besides the 2016, it's still at 70,000. I guess they retain their value, but at the same point, we can't be driving an older car with the expectation that the battery life is only about 8 years is what they got here. 8 years or 120,000, which come first with a minimum 70% retention battery capacity. So that was the breaking point, and that's why we didn't go with the Tesla. I would love to have a Tesla, but it just didn't work out that way. And we also looked at the cheaper version, which is the Model Y. Let's see if I can get there. Give me 1 second, just clearing the computer here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. You've gotten this far. So the Model Y, you can change it right on the Tesla website. Go to Model Y, and it's of course a little bit cheaper. I think the price range around 2001 63. And put right here is the Model Y would be like the framework is the same as the Model 3. So they basically took a Model 3 and put an SUV frame on, a body on it. And same deal here. So price point is it's brand new, for 63, more reasonable. Monthly payments more reasonable, of course, but then again, the battery is what swayed us from not getting the Tesla. All right, next slide, we'll look at some other things here. So we also wanted to look at other SUVs. We wanted an SUV. We didn't want a sedan. We want no mini car or a truck or anything like that. So that's where we decided what to go with. I'll show you. Might as well show you here. Right over here. this is our areas of interest. So we looked at Tesla Model X, Model Y, Cadillac STS, XC90, Acura MDX, and BMW X5 and X7. And we'll break this down tomorrow, but this is a great website that I found that helped determine where we're going. And like I said, before purchasing the definite car we took, we went to the dealerships, sat in them, test drive a couple of them, but this is a website. If you're not able to do that, you can do this virtually. So we looked at the Cadillac XTX6, the Volvo XC90, Acura MDX, and then BMW X5 and X7. So cargo space in the back is pretty small, except for the Cadillac. It has 78 cubic feet, and then front leg room. So like I said, we have a growing family. Leg room was important to us, especially the rear space. And then if they had a third row, you could see the different. So, and I'll put the link in the description below. This is from longcadillac.com, and they give you the rundown of how much space you got. So according to this chart, the most legroom you get in the back, it looks like would be the Cadillac Escalade. Cadillac XT6 has 39 inches. Then second one down from that would be X5. The third legroom, not so much. You kind of lose a lot of space for all of them. The only one that actually has a little bit of space, 31 inches, is the Volvo X90. All right, so the final breakdown. So which car to buy? Like I said, we looked at price point, how much you can pay a month, and it has to be a brand new car. We're looking for a new car. We didn't want 2016. Yes, this is Tesla Model X 2016, but we want a little newer, 2020, 2018, the lowest I would have went, but I want a new car. My wife drives most of the time with it. So highs and lows. Tesla, electric, yes. The Model Y, yes. The number of passengers, 5 to 7, they say. Comfortably, I don't know. I just sat in the Model X and in the back. It's not comfortable. I'm 5'9", and my son's about 5'10", so it was not comfortable. We sat in it. That's the reason why. So on the website, a brand new one starting at 112. Of course, you add the plaid and the long range, it gets a little more pricey. And we looked at the 2016 for 7,700 the used inventory. And the Model Y starting at 58, of course, if it's plaid, long range, it gets a little more expensive. And then the 2020 version in their inventory was 67.8. So I highlighted some features here in the second row. So I was only interested in second row and third row because the front row always have plenty of space. So what came on top was the Tesla Model Y, but like I said, when I actually sat in it, third row is very tight. That's the reason it's 26 inches. But it says 32 here. But like I said, the way they measure things, it may be controversial as like how they measure the third row leg space. And then Acura MDX. Cadillac Escalade is supposed to come out in 2023. I think the electric version. That's price point is 59. And then Volvo, I don't think they have electric version or hybrid version. I guess according to my research, Acura MDX in 2019 had a hybrid version. I guess they didn't sell as well, but supposedly they're coming back in 2023 and 2024, coming out with a hybrid version of the Acura MDX. And then BMW X5, 5-passenger, brand. I don't say brand new for 66. I mean, not brand new, about 2020 and up. And that's just dimensions for your leg space. And then the X7 has 67 passengers. I found this one used for, it's 2020 for 65.95. It's about 43,000 miles. Not too bad. I mean, it's 2020. It's as new as it can get. It matches our price point. So what car did we end up getting? All right, after weighing the pros and cons, I ended up getting this. Nice. It's a 2020 X7 4.0 X-Drive black. So a couple of reasons I went with this is it's Normally priced at 65 to 69,000 for this BMW. We found this one for 65. I mean, mileage is a little bit high. I'll flash the screen another one that's low price but had higher mileage. But the dealer was willing to sell his car because I tried to ask for either some kind of a better pricing, and they said they don't go down any lower than the pricing. And the reason being they'll fix anything that you want them to fix. That way they'll sell that price to you. So the things that they did fix was they gave me all 4 new tires. These are Continentals. They're expensive. These are 21 inches. So he gave me all that. He gave me new back brakes in the back. Buffed out the car. He couldn't do anything about that scratch over there in the corner panel there. Kind of left it alone. And he was gonna have the car inspected, ready for the road, no charge. But of course, they always charge you for registration. So I did built in. So here's another pro tip: when you're buying a car from a dealership, in a way, it's better than buying from a private sales because they can register the car for you. So they registered the car, and with tax, title, delivery, I think it was over 4,000. So it's easy to just build it into your financing, so that way you don't have to come up with $4,000. Because I don't know about you, I don't have $4,000 to shell out to register the car. So they will do that. Big car, X7. It means business. Nice car all around. It's got some 21 inches. 21s on those. Big car. So what's going to end up happening is I'm going to give the car, the Honda CR-V, to my daughter, and then my wife will be driving this. She deserves it. She hasn't had to have a new car since ever since school. So this is a 2020 X7. It's got some mileage on it. It is used. It got some scratches here and there. Like this one right here. It's got a little scratch there. See that right there? It is used. It's got some scratches there. You can see that. But it's still a pretty car. I usually don't have a new car. I mean, my truck's a 2007. So they call this the cognac coffee colored. She specifically wanted this color seats. She didn't care less about the wood interior trim. So it's the same color all throughout the whole interior cabin. It's the cognac color, they called it. And sim goes back. It is all bucket seats all around. That's what we wanted. The kids didn't want the bench seats anymore. They're grown, they're teenagers. So they all got captain's chair all around, perforated seats. Get your butts cooled down in seconds because this is leather. And in the back, same thing. It's a bench style bucket seats, sort of. But it fits 6 people comfortably in this car. It probably fits 7 with infant. It's got cup holders everywhere throughout the cabin. It's got the sunroof up top. I think that's the moonroof, and this section stays as a sunroof, and the back has its own sunroof back there. Show you around a little bit. And the trunk looks like this. It's all push button. So because we only have 2 kids, this seat can actually go down and create more space. This is just enough space for like little stuff. And I put this cargo in it. I think we got this from Amazon. Got the little pad too from Amazon. But usually this seat folds down, and then you get more space. So as far as having all those seats up, you got about that much space. Maybe 2 carry-ons, that's about it. And then, you know, this comes down and closes up. But like I said, only got 2 kids. We're not packing crazy. All right. So, like I said, it's got some mileage. It's got 44,000 miles. I bought it for 43,000 miles. This car would normally sell for 65 to 79,000 for this model. It's got the touch thing. It's got Apple Play, so all your stuff can hook up to your Apple watches, Apple devices, and you can pretty much do all you can on there. Wood trim interior, and there's these trims actually light up at night, and then there's like 7 or 8 colors you can adjust to whatever mood you like. Leather throughout. It's a nice car. Unfortunately, I won't be driving it. My wife will be driving most of it because she's mostly with the kids, and I'm okay with my truck for now. And who knows, maybe down the road I'll buy an electric truck. That's my ultimate goal. So with the toss up, you know, between we looked around, we looked at as I mentioned earlier, I looked at the Tesla, I looked at the Escalade, I looked at Volvos and MDX, and you know, it didn't have the space, it didn't have the luxury that we wanted. I wanted her to drive a nice car for once. We're gonna pass that along. The Honda CR-V is gonna go to my daughter, and then we'll do some upgrades on that one, on the old one. But this is pretty much gonna be her car. Then you know. Because of the math I showed you earlier, that's the best movement we can do as far as like the year, the price point, and the value we get for the car. All right. This is not a show-off video by any means, but this is like a finance, how I came up with the idea how I would be able to afford something like this. Okay. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.